weird in a couple ways. This is a y only, and this is not a line. This is not y equals mx plus b. It's x squared. We haven't done that yet, but here's a strategy for both. So the first thing I noticed for this one's a little easier. This is y equals 1. Well, what do I do when it's y equals? When it's only one letter, it's either horizontal or it's vertical. So it's either like a line like that or it's a line like that. And we've done it where we say it's a zero slope or undefined slope. So if I were to look at this and say, blank x plus 1. Now when there were no x's, would I put a 0 here? Yes, this would be a 0 slope. So cross that out. It is going to be a horizontal line at y equals 1. So I'm going to put a dot on the y-axis at 1. I'm going to make a horizontal line crossing through that dot, crossing the y-axis at 1. Now we can test this. We can say, all right, let's pick a random point on the y, on my line, and just to confirm, is that y value also equal to 1, like my equation says it should? Well, it is. This is 8, 1. So the y value is 1. So I'm good there. The next thing I need to do is, well, what if I have something that is totally unfamiliar to me? And my advice to you is make a table with some random x values. Now, a common x value to choose is 0 in the middle, and a little bit bigger than 0, and then a little bit smaller than 0. So if I plug in a 0, I put in 0 for x, and then I square, and then minus 3. Well, 0 times 0 is 0. Minus 3 gives me 3. So I have an ordered pair of 0, negative 3. That's what that point means. Okay. The next thing I have is, well, let's plug in a negative 1. That's a little tricky. If I plug in a negative 1, square it, minus 3. Well, negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Minus 3 is going to be negative 2. Okay. What about negative 2? If I plug in a negative 2, square it, minus 3. Well, negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Minus 3 is going to be 1. Oh, I didn't plot the previous point. This ordered pair, negative 1, negative 2, says left 1, down 2, right there. And this one is negative 2, positive 1. Oh, look at that. They intersect there. Let's just keep going with this experiment. What if I plugged in 1 minus 3? 1 times 1 is 1. Minus 3 is negative 2. Let's keep going. 2 raised 2, squared, excuse me, minus 3. Well, 2 times 2 is 4. Minus 3 is 1. So let's fill out those ordered pairs again. This ordered pair here is 1, negative 2. And this ordered pair down here is 2, positive 1. So we're seeing this trend, and this is going to be sloppy, but basically it's not a line, but if I connect the dots, it's making something like that. And so one of the interesting things here is that my answer is going to be plural. I have 2 locations of an answer. I have one answer here, I have another answer here, because that is where they come together. They come together a couple times. So I should name them now. Well, I can name one of them negative 2, 1, and I can name another one as 2, 1. And those are both my solutions. I'd have to plug both of them in. Now, don't believe me? Well, let's take both of these and put it into a graphing calculator. So I'm going to delete these old things, and I'm going to say, well, y equals, what did I say, 1, and then y equals x squared minus 3. And look, it matches. and there's a bunch of dots that they say, maybe you're interested in these dots. The only thing I'm interested in is where they come together. They come together here and here. And would you look at that? That is my answer.